bitch.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So let's talk about something I saw on the weryugioh organization, which the link will be down below to where I saw this post. And it's a starter deck in Japan. Well, so take this with a grain of salt because things that happen in Japan don't usually happen over here. But this Link Summoning starter deck has some really cool cards in it. So let's go over some of the cards I found really interesting, and hopefully we might get them in America. You never know with that shit. Alright, so I'm going to be reading these off my phone, so don't be all like pissed off because I have my phone out. And I'm only going to list some of the reprints. I'm not going to talk about the actual Link Summoning deck because that's not really the point of what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about how there's some pretty cool reprints here that have been, some of them have been reprinted before and stuff like that, but just interesting that this starter deck has this many cool, great reprints. But once again, grain of salt, would it come in America? Probably not, but let's go over them. So, first one that really sticks out to me as a cool reprint is Curry Bandit, which we've already had a reprint, but still another Curry Bandit. And right below that on this list is Card D, which it's not a really well played card and it's not played often, but with draw power and things, some people like to play Card D, and just the fact that there's a reprint of it, another one, because I think it's been reprinted once other time before, it's pretty cool that it's going to come in a starter deck with all these other cards. That's the main thing of this, that the starter deck comes with all these, though it's only in Japan. But we have a Card D, a Battle Fader, and a Swift Scarecrow, which it's not really reprint. Those aren't like really needed cards. I'm just saying I find that interesting that they have both of them in this deck. I mean, so if you bought 3 of these to make like a new starter deck, Link Summoning deck that some people do, you know, for fun, the fact that you have 3 Swift Scarecrow and 3 Battle Fader are pretty interesting. And with the hand traps, you also get an Effect Veiler. So if you bought 3 of these, you get 3 Effect Veilers, which we've had Effect Veiler reprinted before, but having more Effect Veilers in my eyes is always nice. I mean, some people are still on that line of playing it and not playing it, but I still think Effect Veiler is a good card. I like the versatility of the card. So let's get on with more. There's some other cards. You got a Forbidden Lance reprint, so, you know, that's whatever, cool. Pad of Avarice, which we've already talked about, that's being reprinted in the deck. A Pot of Duality reprint, which still, Pot of Duality sometimes people, I mean, it depends on the website, but I still see them go for like $4 or $5 a piece, even the common version. So having a Pot of Duality, while not a really wide used card nowadays, it's still cool to have. So we have Pot of Avarice. Where's the other card? More Supply Squad, more drawing ability there. Terraforming, Call the Haunted, all that crap. But I found it interesting that we also are getting a Bottomless, a Fiendish Chain reprint. Fiendish Chain and Bottomless have been reprinted. They're not expensive cards, but it's just the fact with this entire deck all together that it's coming with all these cards. I mean, Bottomless is still a solid go-to trap. And with all the other cards in here, while this is not an amazing deck by any means, this deck is pretty cool to get these reprints. These cards are not expensive to pick up, but say if we got an American version of the same deck, pretty much, they might change a card here or there, but say it's pretty much the same deck, which does not usually happen. Let me put that out there for like 100th time. But if we did, for a deck that you could probably get at Walmart for like 10 or 12 bucks and get 3 of them for like 34 bucks, those are some pretty dope ass cards you can get there. Now granted, not all of them can be played at 3, but just getting 3 Effect Veilers right there pretty much make it worth it. I mean, you have Pod Duality, and then having, what was that other card that we just said, Card D and shit like that. Curry Bandit, which once again, not all of them expensive cards, but having them all together paired with this not only makes this starter deck pretty interesting because you can have like 3 Fiendish Chain in deck. It even has a compulsory print in there too. So I mean, they're pretty nifty little starter deck. Have all those reprints, I find very nice. So those are just something I want to talk about because I found it very awesome that even though Japan's getting it, maybe it's something we might get something along those lines in the coming time when Link Summoning comes out. And if that is the starter deck we would get with Link Summoning or something close to it, that is some banging ass starter deck. It's better than some structure decks. You'd take 3 of those, add like a couple off of your extra own cards, and you might have a pretty decent deck. I mean, once again, not anything amazing, but it looks like it's one of those starter decks that would actually be pretty cool. So let me know down below what your thoughts are about this starter deck. Do you think some of those reprints are nice? Those are some ones I said stuck out to me. There's some cards in there about actual Link Summoning and other interesting cards that are good right now that I didn't want to talk about. It was just more the more interesting reprints that caught my eye. And I might have missed something on the list and someone's going to tell me in the comments. So if I missed something on that list, go let me know because I might have had it wrong. So let me know down below. See you later, guys. Peace out.
Damn. Yeah.